teaching people how to save the planet through saving themselves. So basically what we do, we're green body and mind environmentalists, and we teach people how to get all the toxins out of their bodies and out of their food and out of their environment in order to maintain their own health and their quality of life. And in doing that, when you make the right decision for just one cell in your body, you're by default making the right decision for the planet, reducing and eliminating the demand for all the junk and toxins and drugs called medicine, etc., that they're killing us with out there. They have studied the mechanisms of death and destruction and disease and addiction very well, and they've got their game down. Part of the medical model, again, the green body and mind model, is, well, for one, to get toxic people out of your life. They're just as bad on your system as you know, the bad food that you may be eating and other things that are destroying the human organism. But basically, when people are toxic, and this is one of the reasons why these drugs and these chemicals and foods and this and that are helping, one of the many ways that they're helping to destroy our society, the fabric of our society, is because people are becoming extremely toxic. Their tongues become toxic when their bodies are toxic. Their attitude is toxic. They have very little, if any, healthy response to stress. They can handle absolutely zero of it these days. They become fearful of each other, and it's a really great way, you know, to bring people down and keep them home at night. People are becoming extremely toxic with each other as a result of the drugs and food, chemical drugs, psychiatric drugs, you name it. If you put it all together, the cigarettes, the alcohol, the psych drugs, you're looking at over 90% of the adult population and a very alarming percentage of the child population, the adolescent population, is on some kind of drug. And that's really sad. It's an epidemic issue today. Big Pharma actually owns the standards of care now in the medical field. Let's say that somebody actually went into medicine because they wanted to help humanity. Guess what? You can't. The first tragedy is to kill someone, the second one is to cure them. That's the saying in the medical profession. They want you somewhere in between because that's where the profit is. People really have to wise up. I don't care if it's your food, if it's your medicine, the car you drive. You have to be a conscious consumer. You have to be a green consumer. Practice conscious capitalism. You know, if you don't like the way things are, you have to research the companies that you're spending your money on, because it's the money that we give them that they use to pay off our representatives, right? It's a dollarocracy. There's no such thing as a democracy anymore. You know, they're taking away our Constitution every single day. Board of directors between Monsanto, the FDA, the government, seriously, it looks like a musical chairs game. It's not only taking your government back, but it's taking your health back. Truly, you make the right decision for one cell in your body, and by default, you're making the right decision to change your government, to heal your planet. The future of the planet, it really does rest in your health. And remember, it's not such a great idea to be regular people today, because those regular people are dying early, have very little, if any, quality of life, or in and out of doctor's offices. It's getting serious out there. Sugar is the gateway drug. It causes all the symptoms, the blood sugar roller coaster, hypoglycemia, low response to stress, emotionalism, hyper-emotionalism, hyperreactivity, aspartame poisoning. Aspartame is a very lethal neurotoxin, all right? It's an excito and neurotoxin, which means it damages the nervous system. How is mercury getting in high fructose corn syrup, which is something that is put in nearly everything today? If you're eating a conventional diet, it is likely that you are getting the high fructose corn syrup in there, and it now has mercury in it. When you have aluminum from the chemtrails coming in, you got aspartame going into the body, the microwaves, the smart meters, you're being inundated with these conductors. Aluminum and mercury are conductors, and you add to that a stimulant like aspartame, which is overstimulating the nervous system, electricity, which is really zapping you. Your nervous system is under serious assault. I feel really sorry for the people that believe the whole medical system and all the ads and all the white coats and That whole delivery system that they have, making you believe that somebody else has authority and a better ability over your health than you. They have no interest in your health. All I'm doing in my medical model is honoring our relationship with the planet. It's a sad truth, but if you talk to most Americans today out on the street...
Name a country that begins with U.
There's a lot of fluoride out there, let me tell you. The effects of fluoride in dumbing down America is very, very evident today.
Country?
Yeah.
The GMO thing, we've opened Pandora's box. GMOs, by the way, are directly responsible. Think about it. You're messing with the DNA. And you are what you eat, right? Don't buy anything in a package or a can anymore. They don't have to put what is in there on the label. Just stop buying it. GMOs are causing mutation. They're causing mutations in the gut. But for pregnant women, mutation potential is allowed to play itself out on a developing fetus. Birth defect rates are skyrocketing today. Skyrocketing. So anyone out there, again, if you know a woman that's of childbearing age or is pregnant, please, the first thing on their list is to get GMOs out of their bodies immediately. Why not raise a healthy child? Feed them right. It's too eerie, it's so eerie that, I actually had to stop research. I went into a month's research just on GMOs. And I had to stop because it was too depressing. Think about how beautiful the human body is when you give it a chance to heal. Get that bad stuff out and you put the good stuff in. That's all it needs. There's so many fairy tales, so many stories that do not have scientific proof to substantiate them. If you're not doing the right thing all day long, you are doing the wrong thing and you're participating in this extinction.
We got a war on our hands.
Clean food, clean air, clean water, clean politics, clean people around you.
Call a press conference.
Rebuild our social structures from the ground up like that. Because we do have a lot of zombies running around. It's very dangerous out there. People are believing what they're being told in mainstream media.
Strong, Brittany. Oh.
It's a dangerous place to live these days. We don't have to use purple pills or magic wands. They don't exist. We use good old nature, and it works. If you're dumb enough to go for this stuff, if you're dumb enough to eat this stuff and appease your urges and go eat that crap, if you are dumb enough, then you know what? You're going to live this one precious life that you've been given half-assed, suffering all the way to the grave, the early grave. Without these raw materials that our body needs, that our bodies have evolved because of a relationship between ourselves and the planet. And when you start trying to change that relationship, it's called toxic, and it causes mutations and death. That is it. It's bottom line. You can't negotiate it. The laws of health are not negotiable. You either follow the rules or you will experience dis-ease and eventually death.